Hi guys, it is the 21st of December. We have got just a couple of days left. This one's going to be noisy. I've got two kids playing in the room with the stud wall separating us. The dogs are barking downstairs because Robin's walking up and down from the shed. So it's a noisy one today. I'm going to say what I always say, and I always lie. I'm going to say I'm going to make this really quick, but we all know how this is going to go. Firstly, we have a group. It's fantastic. Yeah, God, sorry, it's going to be noisy. I'm thrilled. So many of you have hopped on, and I've seen some of your stitching, and it's completely enabling me. I'm just seeing so many fantastic patterns. I've seen mice dancing about coffee and a whole load of chickens, and it's just some lovely, lovely patterns that I am just thinking, oh, I want to stitch them all. I've been on the Haid website. I've been looking at the little ornaments. I think you're stitching it, Donna. The reindeer with the sleigh behind him, and they kind of glow. I can't remember her name. Darren the Dizzy Stitch has done the Mini Deer Creek. That same lady does all of those. Oh, brilliant. I think I'm going to have to start one of those really soon. Maybe try and stitch it through the year so that it's done ready for next year, because they're only, I'm saying, that big. I think they'd be this big on a 25 count, but I'm not a 25 count stitcher because I'm old, and I'm 20. Oh, speaking of 20 count, looky, it came. Here is my 20 count for the best to see you with. I'm not going to get it out and unfold it because it's this size. It is 1 meter 10 by 1 meter, and that's 20 count easy grid Ada. So each one of those is 100 stitches, and that's small enough for me. That's for the best to see you with. That is my Christmas present to myself, and my Ada has come, and it's going to be mean as mince to start with because it's going to be absolutely rigid, but after a little while it loses its and goes floppy, and that'll be lovely. And I'm going to be stitching on it for such a long time. That's my middle daughter Lizzie, who doesn't speak. She doesn't speak. She's like, but when she's playing with her little brother or with her friends at school, there's a different human through there to the one that I know. Anybody got one of those? She's fabulous. I could squeeze her. Anyway, right. So, got my Ada. That was in the post today. I've swept up most of the Christmas presents now. I think almost everything's arrived that's going to arrive. I did order one thing accidentally from China, which I thought it was, because it was on Prime, I thought it was going to come from the UK, and it's going from China. When that arrives, probably mid-January, I'm just going to stash it away, and it'll be a birthday present for the allotted child I bought it for, so that's just fine. Stitching? Do you want to see some stitching? Let's show some stitching. So, last night I continued with my Barbara Anna Christmas cake and did indeed finish this bit completely off. I haven't checked for backstitch because I'm using Pattern Keeper, and Pattern Keeper doesn't show backstitch. So I will go into the PDF because there was a little tiny bit of backstitch. Is that? That's not meant to be there. Oh, that's the white. Sorry, that's not meant to be there. Just joined on down there. There was a little tiny bit of backstitch just there, and the snowman, oh, at the top there, his little arms are backstitch as well. So I will go on and check if there's any backstitch to do, and then so I finished off that bit, and then today I've done this bit. There's the white. The white's just I've just kind of loosely shoved it because I've got quite a few stitches I can do there. So I've done this bit today. I've got one red house this colour, which is 304, to put this side, and then all the white. So I'm going to try and push through and get all the white done tonight. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I bought some frames. They're in the cup. Right. Skipping around again. This I'm determined to finish as a flat fold because I've never done a flat fold, and that's how I want to do that. So that's that. So that's my stitching that I've done there. And just before I started sorting out to do the video, I reached over and grabbed Peaceful Street. I'm going to put some stitches into Peaceful Street. Look at that, lovely. Look at the way it's just, I love the shading on this. It's just so different from a Haid. It's really pretty, but it's so different because it's not confetti, but the shading is beautiful, because that really is like 4 different colours, but they're so similar that it's really gradual. So I think I'm going to do a bit of Peaceful Street as well. That's what I've got a hankering for. Everything's just right there, so I just need to scrabble around and collect the right bits, and we'll get going on that. I'll get going on that. And other than that, I've got 21, which I've just finished, and this was the only other box that was already stitched. So I did the inside border, did 21, and I've done 2 pine cones, but they're different pine cones to the other. Where are the other 2 pine cones? There they are. So 10 are pine cones and 21 are pine cones. They're roundy ones, they're long and skinny. So 2 pine cones each, but they're different pine cones. So 22, 23 and 24, and we are done. And then I'll trim this piece of fabric, pull back out my old new normal, which has been very patiently waiting for me at the other side of the fabric. I haven't as of yet spilled anything on it, which is great because it is just floppy dangly. This is how I roll. I don't roll up neatly, I literally just plonk and go. I'm a plonk and goer. Then you probably know that about me already, having watched me every day for almost a month. It's yeah, you've got the measure of me. I'm not terribly tidy, and this is how it is. So that's all my stitching. I didn't get a lot done. I got up with my alarm as normal, and I did some crochet. I have put a picture up of that on the group because it's secret for a couple of days. I have got on really, really well. It has gone from about this long this morning to about that long now. I think she's not watching them anymore, and she'll see it soon enough. If you saw that, Flora, naughty, don't go snooping. So I'm going to make a sign for my daughter tonight saying, secret stuff, please knock before just barging in or something. They knock anyway if my door's shut, but I'm going to have to start wrapping up presents because they're everywhere in here, in bags with pillowcases, you know, like a pillow slip over the top of the bag so that you can't see into the bag. So I just need it to be wrapped now. Oi! Stop that! He's whacking something against my door. Sorry, my wall. Sorry if I just made you all look up from your stitching. Don't stop. Carry on with your stitching. I'm yelling at my children who are being loud. Yeah. So I heard from Silky Dorky, and your box will be in the post tomorrow, and she's in the UK, so she should get it quite soon. If I put it in tomorrow on Tuesday, and it'll be first class, hopefully be with you on Thursday. And the little box has made it to Canada, yay, which I'm really pleased about. I'm just pleased it's got there and has arrived, because yeah, post is so random at the moment. The UK's got huge backlog problems, but I'm still getting loads of stuff, you know. Maybe the stuff took a day or two longer than I would have expected it to, but everything's here. I think that's, as I say, everything's arrived that's going to arrive on time. So I'm quite contented with that. Robin must be moving around because the dog's going bananas. So I did get called into work. I did some stitching on my, I did this when I got up this morning. Most of all of I got this bit done last night and I moved on to this morning. And at 10 o'clock my phone went beep beep. And I got, please can you pop in? I've got a couple of things for you to paint. So I went into work and yeah, that is where I work. I put the picture up on my on my group, on our group. I put the picture up. I just sat there, got my phone, went click. So all the stuff in the background, those cardboard boxes, they are all boxes with little jars of paint in them. Each set, you can see there's 2 on the table, the 2 things I was painting. Each design has a set of paints and a sample. So it's painting by numbers, and all the little cardboard things you can see the edges of, that's boxes of samples. Just, they are all over that room. Yeah, as Robin with this torch, I can see him moving around the garden. It's what's making the dogs demented. Sorry about the noise today. You get life with me because I've got lots of people in a little house, and I've got my little corner here which I'm super happy with. And very, very shortly these baubles will be gone, the tinsel will be down, and we're going to have some pictures on the walls. So I was in work not a whole hour. Not a whole hour. It didn't take me long. It was a Notre Dame Stella. She's an old favourite. She's very easy to paint. And Chester Girl Angel, the pink angel. And my boss came down and told me that she'd had an order from a lady who's got caught in the California wildfires, and basically all around her property was scorched, but her actual house and its contents survived, which is super good news. And she already had a couple of bits that she bought in Saint-Chapelle in Paris hanging in her window, so she's bought a couple more pieces, and she's going to have an angel to keep watch over her as well now, so that's really nice. So I painted it really nicely for her. I would have painted it really nicely anyway. When it's a single, you know, you always make sure it's absolutely beautiful. I always do anyway, but that's my job. So I hope she likes them, whoever she is in California, which is where they'll be on their way now, because they were going into the post today. So I am finished there. The doors are locked, and I'm finished there until I believe the 11th of January. So I've got some time off and I can do some stitching. Then I jumped in the car. I went to Tesco's, which is a big supermarket. I swept up in Tesco's, and then I went to Aldi, which is Aldi. I think everybody has Aldi. It's the same. Brilliant shop. I love it. It's my go-to supermarket. And I bought my turkey. Bought my turkey lurkey. So I'm really happy with that. Sack of dog food, tons of milk, all the usual suspects, so we can actually eat this week as well, not just Christmas food. I got food so we could actually eat this week, you know, all the usual, and that was good. Got everything I needed there, and then I just popped to the range and got a couple of little crafty bits for that were outstanding, and I got 2 square frames. Now square frames are quite hard to find because they're usually like deep box frames, but I got some foam core mount board, which I've not owned before. So I saw a pack of it and I thought, brilliant, I'm going to try that, because that means I can pin, because it's got the foam on the inside. It's not something I think Americans call it sticky board. I think it won't be sticky, but I have lots of double-sided sticky tape and I'm going to stick it all down and I'm going to pin it all. So the circle, I've got a circle cutter, which I can cut mount board with. So with the Christmas hair, I've got like a Wedgwood blue. I'm going to see if it goes, piece of mount board. I'm going to see if it goes with the blue crystal fabric that I stitched it on. If it does, I might do the circle and then set it into the frame with the circle aperture. So I can cut that super neatly. You know, it's a lovely thing. You just set your diameter, and it's got a blade. It's like a look, I'm doing it rotary cutter, but it's stinky tiny, and it's perfect. I've cut loads of things out with it already. It works really well. So hopefully, maybe if I get around to it tomorrow, which I probably won't, but between now and New Year, I'm definitely going to get a lot of I'm going to try and just do a load of finishing, because I've got loads of stuff to finish. So I know Robin can make me frames, but he's made a beautiful frame for the mirror for my sister. It's sycamore. It's very pale wood. It's beautiful. There goes the door. Door's going to be noisy. Oh, Austin's going to be noisy. Oh, I'm sorry. So I know he can make frames, but I grabbed a couple. They were like literally £2 and £3 or something. So we'll see what we can do with those, because I've got 2 square finishes. I'm going to see if I think my patchwork deer will fit in one, which I will. I'll just I'll just paint the frame if it needs painting a different colour. We've got endless paint in this house. Maddie's the artiste and she has every colour of acrylic under the sun, and that sticks to anything. So we'll fix it. I'll fix it, make it work, and it'll be pretty. Yeah, so on the way back from there, I popped into the golf club to have a I've written some instructions on how to work the industrial oven, how to turn on the industrial oven, because I'm not in work there until the 27th and the 28th. I'm working, but I'm going to be in on my own, so I need to do the cooking, the bacon sandwiches, sausage sandwiches and burgers is what we've got on, so I know how to turn everything on. And I cook tea all the time, you know. On a lazy day I do a bacon sandwich for the kids. So, you know, tonight I made a really quite nice lasagna. I don't make it very often, just fancied it tonight. Got so much food in the house that I had everything I needed, so I did the sauce. Robin made me the white sauce. God, it was cheesy, and yeah, brilliant, really tasty. So I can stick 3 rashers of bacon in a metal tray and shove it in an oven, so I've no problem with that. So I popped in there, had a little chat to them, and so I'm not in until the 27th, which is really nice. I swapped a day out so that because I should have been the 26th and the 27th, but I'm doing the 27th and the 28th now, so that's brilliant. And yeah, I'm off. Now I'm off. Now I can sleep late if I want to, but I won't because I don't. So I'll be up stitching with the quiet house, which is perfect. And I've only got a couple of little things to go. I'm going to try and finish the ball of this tonight. And hopefully what I want it to be is super long, but I don't think it's going to be super long. We shall see. We shall see how big it ends up. When I run out of yarn, it will stop. That'll be how long it gets. So I've got that to do, and I've got a project bag to make for my mum and her pattern and everything to sort out and do, so I've got that to do. And other than that, time is my own. Yay! Got a bit of baking to do as well, but it's the standard Christmas baking stuff. Yule log. We might make some biscuits. And I make I don't know what it's called. It's a Norwegian wedding cake. It's almonds, egg whites, almonds and cast sugar, and I think he's probably coming for my cup. You coming for my cup? Come on then. Yes please, I would like a coffee very much. Oh. They've been so noisy through there.
Aye. I sanded that down to 1,000 grit and I've put a last sheet on it.
Fabulous.
It's lovely. I don't know what we're going to do with backing. It's going to hit you with something like this because that doesn't fit.
Well, it wasn't going to. It was needing to be. Just go and record it.
Ew.
No, don't be a tit.
Ow.
See, that's karma. And we just have a conversation. Phrase, I'm recording. I'm sitting here on my bed with a ring light on, looking at my phone. Surely he can see what I'm doing. He's just well, you heard, that's my sister's frame for my sister's mirror for Christmas. He's finished it, except we're going to use some very thin like board for the back, except it doesn't fit. Well, I knew it wasn't going to fit because it's rectangular. It's like that size and the mirror's that size, so I said to him, you'll have to cut 2 pieces and make a little joint. But anyway, he's probably going to use a piece of mountain board. The frame fits the mirror fits onto the mirror like a picture frame, so it's it doesn't really need a backing on it as such. So I'll probably just cut a piece of mountain board for it just so it's tidy, and I'll write on the back of it so she can't read gifted. Yes, right. So that was that, and I then stopped in at my parents and checked that they're okay with us coming around on Christmas Day. We are where I live, I'm tier 3 in Northumberland, but I am half a mile from the border into tier 2, and basically everything we do is in tier 2. We literally don't do anything in tier 3 apart from live in the house. Don't leave my own property really. You know, I'm either in the garden or in my own house or driving into Cumbria. So mum and dad are perfectly. We're allowed to do it in tier 3 as well. It's only tier 4 you're not allowed to socialise at all on Christmas Day. So deal is now, instead of going around for a pizza party on the 23rd, we're going to make the pizzas and I'm going to take them round an uncooked pizza. It only takes me 12 minutes to get to their house. I'm going to take them round an uncooked pizza at tea time, which they'll slam in their oven, and then they can have our homemade pizza for their tea, and we'll have our pizza at home. And then on the 25th, we'll go round at lunchtime with the hot turkey, and we'll have our dinner. They've got a table that sits 12, and there'll be 8 of us, so we'll be, and 6 of us are ours, and 2 of them are them, so they'll sit one end and we'll sit at the other end of the table, and we'll be fine. And my kids are big, they're not going to crawl all over. They understand that they need to sit a little bit further away, and we won't be in there too long, and then we'll just come on home, and that'll be us. That'll be our Christmas Day done. So I just wanted to check with them that they were still comfortable with us going round, and they were like, yeah, of course. Was there any doubt? And I was like, well, I had to check. So I stood on the doorstep. God, it was perishingly cold. So I stood on the doorstep like this, talking to them, and they stood at the other end of their hallway at the door into their house. You know, it's a funny little triangular room. And so they stood at that door and I stood at this door, and we were separated by about 2 meters anyway. And I was going, is it okay? And they were going, yes. So I think my dad will probably be a bit sort of standoffish on Christmas Day, but I think it'll be really good for them. My mum really needs other company now. You know, they're a very tight team, but it's been months, and they you know, they're these sort of people that go out for a walk every day. You know, they go to stately homes and have a nice walk around the gardens and go and have tea and things. They don't just stay in the house all the time. I think they're coming to the end of having to stay in the house now. So that was good. And then when I got home, yeah, my cat might be broken. My kitten might be broken when it comes to the tree. He has only lifted off about 2 of the cheap, nasty decorations I've put around the bottom of the tree. He's not into the tree at all. He was very into the turkey. Right. Eric's a little cat. He's a little cat. He's this big. The turkey is this big and very heavy. It was the second heaviest turkey they had in the shop. The only reason I didn't get the heaviest turkey they had is because it had already poked its foot through its bag, and I didn't want one that was already a bit poked through, even though they'd probably only just put it out on the shelf. So I got the second heaviest turkey. He wasn't then, you know, I got him from Aldi. He wasn't expensive, and he's a lot of meat, and we love turkey. We're not one of these people that go and struggle through the turkey on Christmas Day. We love turkey. I buy it for us to have anyway. Jamie Oliver's turkey leftover pie, turkey leek and bacon. It's fantastic if you can get hold of the recipe. Don't faff on putting the sage leaves in the pastry, just cook the pastry. But the pie filling is amazing, by the way. So I brought the turkey in and I put it down on it's a plastic storage box that lives in the kitchen, because it has the lunchbox treats in it, and anything in that, they're not allowed to raid that box. Treats to eat around the house go in like the drawers, but in that plastic box you can't take the treats because they're for the lunch boxes. And I'm always really sad if I go to make lunch boxes and there's nothing left to put in them. So now the box is full of things for Christmas Eve, which again cannot be eaten before. The house is heaving with food. They can eat anything else in the house apart from the Christmas Eve food. So I put the turkey down on top of this box, and coffee.
That's your jigsaw.
Good, thank you very
I'll
much.
set up. It's on on my table
I'll
saw.
find it. It's huge.
And the sander is plugged into the vac. So you just have to, the vac's right upside.
It's not going to be difficult for me to turn it on.
No. If you've got the sander there, up to your right, there's a wee shelf.
Yep.
And it's got the motor control, and just pointed at the wee oak box that I made.
Right. Okay. Well, if I can't turn it on, I'll be getting you out your pit.
Oh.
I'm intending to do it early in the morning. Right, you can go. I'm going to have to go to his shed. Doesn't like me using his shed.
Oh.
Go. I'm not talking to you. You don't tidy up. No. None of us tidy up. That's why we look like the hoarders next door. I've got needle minders to make. I've got one that I need to get into the post, and I've had to make. I've not had to make it from scratch. I am making it from scratch, so it needs to be done tomorrow to go into the post tomorrow. So I've had all the tools I use are all apparently put away because he's been using his tools. So I asked him to plug everything in. So that's him. That's him trying to get in on my video because he's a bit like that. Yeah. Don't get him started, otherwise he'll never go. He'll never go, and then I won't have this as mine. I'll be Sideshow Bob as usual. We are. He's the loudest man on the planet. I've got used to him. It's been 12 years. I used to be really timid and really, really shy about things. And he used to park at the other end of the car park if you dropped me like at the supermarket, and I'd run in and just get the milk and bread and cat food and things, and then I'd come out and he wouldn't be waiting in the waiting bays. He'd go and park, and then when I came out I'd be like, oh, I can't see the car, and he'd be at the other end of the car park and he'd go, hi Emily, I'm here, and then like everybody could hear him, and I'd be like, oh, I'm so timid, and now I'm like, there you are, righto. It's just like, oh God, I live with the loudest man on the planet. And when he shouts, he is so Scottish. So Scottish. Never mind. Oh, the eBay, Mr. eBay man. My Mr. eBay man. I'll get back to the turkey. Right, I'll tell you the turkey, right. So the turkey was resting there while I was bringing the rest of the shopping in, because I had to kind of make a space in the fridge for him because he's such a big turkey. I came back into the kitchen with the next load of shopping, and Eric had got, it's in a bag with like a metal crimp on the bag because the bags are really hefty that they're in so that they don't pierce. And he got it in his teeth, and he was doing the full backing up, trying to drag the turkey off this box. It was hilarious. If it had landed on him, it would probably have squashed him, because the turkey was, and a cat's like this, and he got it, and he was like, oh, and he was trying to pull it, and it was, oh. So yeah, he's broken about the Christmas tree, but he's not broken about the turkey. And then he was like circling round the fridge because he knew there was something in there that he really, really wanted. Very funny. We all give him a piece of ham because he goes, his little meow is like, ham. He sort of says ham, so we give him little bits. I don't know, might be a bit salty for him, but he seems to love it. But yeah, I give him a bit of ham, and he sort of looked at it and went, that's not what's in that bag. I want what's in that bag. He's not having what's in that bag. He'll get bits and bobs. Right, eBay seller. I'm just waffling now, really, aren't I? The eBay seller, remember the guy who I sent the horrid message? Right, my stamps have come. I am thrilled with these. So I've laid them out. Oh, sorry, that's one of the ladies I work with. Here we are. Look at these. Is that not the map of Hawk Run Hollow? Is that not what's on the map of the Hawk Run Hollow? So I got these falcons. These are from what's called a first day cover, where you buy them in advance, and then the whole set of stamps gets postmarked really carefully, usually hardly any postmark at all, and they get sent to you through the post. So these are first aid covers, so they've been through the post, so you can't use them again. But aren't they lovely? And I finally got the set of the Star Wars stamps. I've been wanting to get them for a while and just hadn't quite got round to it, so there's a full range of them. And then these ones I really liked. Look, they're like they're shows, but they're like the posters. So we've got, there's Billy Elliot there, we've got the Rocky Horror Picture Show, Return to the Forbidden Planet, Blood Brothers, Me and My Girl, We Will Rock You, Monty Python, Spamalot and Oliver. So I really like that set because they're like posters, but they're stamps. So I've got myself, I love these. That one's just, I'm not doing that that one yet, that Hawk Run Hollow. The one I'm doing at the moment is the Shores, and yes, I will be doing Halloween. So I feel some Hawk Run Hollows coming on. I'm only on the third block of well, I'll show it you in my whip parade. He knows I'm recording now, he's showing off, he's now singing. I apologise if you can hear him singing. I need to push him into his shed and lock the door behind him so he has to live in his shed. And if you're watching this, Robin, that's what's going to happen if you don't behave yourself while I'm doing my little videos. Right, I'm just blurbling, so I hope you're all stitching. I am thrilled to bits that we've got a group, guys, and we can see what we're doing. I can see your stitching now, which is frankly a lot more interesting than my stitching, because I know what I've got. I look at it all the time. So here's our, oh god, the light is terrible. Honestly, when I go back to doing a normal floss tube, I'm going to do them in the daytime. Here's today's. Oh, that's that spark. Look, the sparkly pen just disappears when you turn it into the light because there's so much glitter in it. Maybe I should have just used a straight black Sharpie, but there we go. So that's 21st, the 21st. Woohoo! There's my pen, there's my pen. We are very nearly at Christmas. So I need to do wrapping up. I need to do stitching. I'm going to have to make a couple of needle minders tomorrow. And I've already got them on the wood. I've already put the stamps on the wood. I just need to trim them. I need to trim them, I need to sand them, and then I need to resin them, and then I need to magnet them up. That bit actually takes, it's just literally getting started takes me forever. Once I'm going, it'll be done in an hour, and then I'll be going to the post office and detouring back via Maddie's boyfriend's house to drop off his Christmas present because she didn't get it ordered in time. So now it's arrived from Amazon, little bits and pieces arrived from Amazon. We'll drop that off. She won't be going in. I'm going to make them stand on the driveway, and I'm sure his mum will be standing on the driveway too, and we'll stand there like this going, righto, yes, we're watching you, that's close enough. That's close enough. But they're so sensible. They're so sensible. He's interviewed for Oxford and she's interviewed for Cambridge, and they're terribly they're so down to earth about it. They've agreed to stay friends whatever happens, and honestly, I wasn't like that at 17. The world was ending when I was 17, you know. She's so down to earth. Right, guys, I'm going to still make you comment if you want. I've got 2 boxes left. I'll draw one tomorrow and I'll draw one on Christmas Eve. So keep on commenting. I know we're all chatting to each other over on Facebook. If you haven't jumped on our group yet, Facebook, please. As I say, the questions, I've kind of just had to fill in some questions and I just ticked the boxes, so don't worry too much about them. I'm pretty much recognising people as you pop up, so yay. Let's just be nice to each other. That's the only thing I want from the group. I don't want to have any conflict or anything difficult happen, because it's down to me to police it. But I won't have to police it, because we're all really nice people who just want to do stitching and crafty stuff, and yeah, show me. It's wonderful. Anyway, guys, I'm thrilled to bits because I get to see some of your stuff, which is brilliant. Honestly, it's brilliant. And this was only going to be short today, and I've got basically not even showed, even my phone's giving up. I've been talking so long. So I've not even had anything much to show you, but I'm going to do some stitching tonight, and I'm going to do some stitching tomorrow, and by the time I see you tomorrow, I should have actually some progress to show you on something, because I've got nothing else to do tomorrow. Hey! Righto guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.